Hey everyone, I hope you're taking it easy and doing well. For this video, we'll be going through a unboxing of the Venom head slash bust slash helmet. And this is from the Marvel superhero slash Spider-Man relevant series from Lego. Don't ask me when. Well, actually, no, I do know when it came out. It came out this year, so I'm assuming it's a 2021 release. So this is set 76187, coming in at a grand total of 565 pieces. So I'm hoping this video will be a bit quicker than the video I did for Carnage, which in terms of posting would have come up before this one. So there's been a few learnings since then, so hopefully be nice and quick. So looking at the front of the box, so nicely labeled as Venom, assembled from the Spider-Man universe. And there's a nice shot of the completed Venom Bust. And then at the very bottom, just its set number, how many pieces, Lego and Marvel branding, and 18 plus, which is interesting. I mean, I'm sure it will be, well, not difficult, but not straightforward either. It's interesting how it has an 18 plus, unless it's just because it's Venom, but I think Carnage was the same thing as well, so interesting there. What do we have here? So, Venom, assembled from the Spider-Man universe. There is a nice frontal shot of the head, which I will admit does look a lot more imposing than the shot from the front of the box. And unlike Carnage, Venom has a bit of tongue. Then the other side of the box, pretty much just the Venom label. I think the top was the same. Top is the same pretty much. 1-to-1 ratio. There are scratches on the box, but it's not as bad as the camera is making it out to be. The dust, however, yeah, that's nasty. Bottom of the box, just your usual preamble, and then back of the box, so another shot of the bust, this time from a different angle. It does seem to really accentuate the lower jaw. Can't remember, was that the same on Carnage? I'm going to assume yes, it's just that because this is black and Carnage was red, it may not have been as noticeable. And then at the very bottom we have once again another shot of the final head, CGI art, which is very impressive. Actually not too bad. Once again, Lego being Lego, there's only so much you can do to recreate the anatomical form, but that's quite good. And then over here, when I'm not moving the box around like a maniac, we have the comic style art of Venom, and this is probably quite reminiscent of the 90s. It's interesting that, so there's a little bit of interesting green little fluid, saliva I would imagine, which is quite interesting because in the Carnage video I mentioned that, I'll put this down, getting a tad bit heavy. I found a site that offered some LED light bricks, and the one for Venom, it wasn't too bad. I had to fence it a little bit because it, within the interior mouth, had a bit of a green glow about it, but even after looking at that, you look at that and go, his mouth is not glowing green. But there you go. But we'll see. So that's pretty much the back of the box. If I spin this around, so it's back to the front. So that's pretty much a view of the Venom box. Now that I know what to expect, I will open up the box, obviously, and we will have a look at what is inside, which I suspect will be the booklet. I'm actually wanting to say no to a sticker sheet, but I just caught the side here. That could be a sticker and not actual bricks. Maybe just to add a bit more texture and tone to the head, not so much to make it more brick-like. But there you go. So there actually might be a sticker sheet in here. Carnage had 6 bags in total, 3 big, 3 small. I would envision Venom will be the same, even though I believe there's a few more pieces involved. But we'll see how it goes. So, stick around, and we will have a look at the inside, which, if you're watching this video, will literally be in the next frame. Okay. Now that the box has been cracked open, so my guess as to the contents was correct. There are 6 bags in total, 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s, 1 large, 1 small. The construction manual, which you can see in front of you, but there was no sticker sheet. So, looking at the head, so that corner section here, which I thought might have been stickers, allegedly are actual bricks. So there you go. It'll actually be nice to have a stickerless build. That actually might make things slightly easier. So that's the front of the booklet. Nice shot of the Venom Bust. The back, which is just feedback and win. No idea if it even works in Australia, but who knows. In terms of inside the booklet, so just some commentary from the creative lead. And like I did with the Carnage one, I guess I will read this out. This venomous model will grow on you. Interesting. Dangerous alien villain or misunderstood anti-hero. However you perceive Venom, there's no getting away from the fact that he's an absolutely iconic character in the Spider-Man universe. And we wanted to pay tribute to that for the fans. And it looks like they have. The first obstacle for us when designing was that he is a symbiote. So it's not a mask, it's actually a living, breathing thing. And making something which feels organic is always a challenge with Lego bricks. Which, it's interesting that he mentions that, because that is pretty much what I said earlier about what I thought was stickers which aren't. We made the eyes slightly asymmetrical to help with the organic feel. Interesting. And naturally that famous big red tongue is a central feature. I think the team hit the iconic Venom look spot on, and I'm sure fans will agree. One last thing, take care while building. This is a model that will grow on you. Suddenly half expecting a symbiote to suddenly come latching onto my body all of a sudden. So there you go. That's some interesting insight from the creative lead. I do like the shots, and for some reason it actually does look better when not framed on the black background. So looking at what was inside, so similar to Carnage, 3 bags, 1, 2 and 3. 1 will build the base and some of the interior lower jaw, base of the head. Bag 2 will pretty much do majority of the top, the back, some of the sides, some of the front. And then bag 3 will pretty much finish the rest of the front. And we just go through all that wonderful building. Actually, quite nice to see how elaborate some of these builds are. I've always been intrigued, and for anyone who's built any of these busts, it'd be interesting to see what you think. Why do they add in coloured bricks when you normally don't see them? Realism, I guess? Anyway, let's skip all the way to the back. Once again, there's that weird Resident Evil unhinging jaw thing that I noticed. Adding of the Tom. There you go, that was actually the last page. So that's pretty much the last page of the booklet. Creepy jaw, tongue, and the nameplate. And there is the final parts list. Not too bad. I know Carnage had like some pieces that like spanned 14. I wonder what we'll get around here. Looking at some of these black ones. See 8, 6, 6 on some of those pinky parts. 4 on some of those greys. I do like how they also split the colours down in this. Looking at the other side, which has more parts. 21 of one piece. Your 3-peg corner joint. 18 for something else, which is actually just this bit here, which I suspect is both for the teeth, one would imagine. So that's not too bad. So that's the construction menu. Put that to the side for one moment. Okay, let's have a look at the back. And all the noisy manner. Gotta love Lego. It's not a quiet hobby. Bags 1 and 1. Big bag, little bag. So looking at the big bag first. So put the large pieces in here. As we saw from some of the early steps of the construction. A smaller bag in there with some smaller pieces. And then the smaller of bag number 1. The rest of these pieces are predominantly black with some sprinkles of red and blue. And let's call it, I was going to say toxic green, but it's 1 hardly toxic and 2, well, it is green, but probably not the worst green I've seen. So those were bags 1. Bags number 2. Funnily enough, more black. So big bag number 2. Definitely not the large pieces in there. Small bag inside with some of the small pieces. And got some of the fleshy colours in it. And small bag number 2. Once again, predominantly black. These are more of your flatter black pieces, as opposed to big bricks. Some sprinkling of colour in there as well. So that was the 2s. And to wrap it all, here are the 3s. More black. Funny that. Big bag 3. More flat pieces. And yes, there's another small bag with smaller pieces in it. So that's that. And then small bag number 3. Which feels like the size of a poly bag. So you've got some more small parts in there as well. Okay, so that was a run through of what was included with the Venom Lego set. I will admit, from a recording perspective, that was a lot easier, having to split it in two parts, one being the unboxing, two being the actual content side of things, which for whoever is watching will be hopefully a little bit more seamless than what I had to go through. Definitely looking forward to putting this together. I'm still fence-sitting about those lighting systems. Not so much the Carnage one, because that did look quite interesting, but the Venom one I'm not sure. Now that I've just, had a look at some of the original 90s comic book art, it hasn't swayed me to pick up the light set, but at the same time, it didn't strike me. It would be nice to have one of the two heads as built straight out of the box, and maybe with Carnage I will maybe look into getting the lighting LEDs for that, just to have two different heads. Last thing I want to do is buy another one of these heads, but it wouldn't be the first time I've bought duplicates of a kit or a set. Thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a comment down below and a like if you enjoyed this content. Subscribe if you wish to follow my channel, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with upcoming videos. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account, link in the description down below. Thanks again for your support to help grow this channel. Stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in the next video. See ya.